They told you success begins with money, but they lied. Success begins with a decision, not in your wallet, but in your mind. A decision to rise when there's nothing beneath you. A decision to believe when the world gives you nothing to believe in. A decision to think like a millionaire. Even when your pockets are empty, your phone won't stop ringing with bills, and your fridge is echoing with silence. Because the mind is the seedbed of every fortune. Andrew Carnegie didn't have silver spoons, he had steel will. Henry Ford wasn't born into wealth, he created it by imagining something the world had never seen. A car for the common man. Thomas Edison, he failed over 10,000 times before lighting up the world. These men were not born rich, they were born hungry, hungry enough to forge new realities from the furnace of their minds, hungry enough to stare at nothing and still see everything, because the millionaire's mind doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect. It creates the conditions, and you have that same power right now. Don't wait for the bank to believe in you. Don't wait for your friends to understand you. Don't wait for your life to give you permission. Because the first step to wealth is not income, it's identity. You must become the kind of person who thinks like wealth long before you ever hold it. You must think in terms of assets, not excuses. Think in terms of solutions, not problems. Think in terms of opportunity, not limitation. A poor man sees obstacles. A millionaire sees levers. When others complain, "I can't afford that," the rich ask, "How can I afford it?" One mindset builds walls, the other builds bridges. That's the secret no one taught you in school. That your thoughts are building your future in real time. Each one is a brick for your empire or a shackle for your cage. So the question is, what are you building? Because even in you must become the same. Delusional to the average, obsessive to the distracted, focused to the point of madness. Because until your vision becomes an obsession, it will always be overpowered by your excuses. So today, not tomorrow, you draw the line. You are not trying to be successful. You are becoming success itself. You are becoming success itself. That means you walk differently. You speak differently. You don't wait for results to prove who you are. You decide who you are and then build the results to match. This is the power of belief. Not the kind you post on Instagram. The kind that burns beneath your skin. The kind that whispers to you at midnight when no one else is watching. The millionaire doesn't wait for belief to arrive. He builds it brick by brick, repetition by repetition, day by day. You become what you believe you are. Think of Muhammad Ali. Long before he held a title, he told the world, "I am the greatest." And they laughed until he became it. Because belief is a form of prophecy. It doesn't need evidence. It creates evidence. It reshapes your posture, your tone, your choices, your energy. And when the energy shifts, the results follow. Now understand this. Belief alone is not enough. Belief without discipline is a lie you tell yourself. Every great builder of empires, from Rockefeller to Jobs, knew one universal law. Discipline is freedom. Not freedom to relax, freedom to rise. Freedom to work when you're tired, to study when you're broke, to push when no one believes in you. Discipline means showing up even when motivation dies, because motivation is a mood, but discipline is a decision. You don't negotiate with your goals. You don't scroll when you should be building. You don't shrink when it gets hard. You double down. The average man waits for the perfect moment. The millionaire creates progress in the imperfect moment. Think about it. How many people have dreams but no rituals? Desires but no standards? Wishes but no will? Wishing is cheap. Will is costly. And millionaires pay the price in advance. They pay with silence, with early mornings. Most people want the result, but not the rebirth. They want the lifestyle, not the war it takes to get there. But you're different. You've already decided. Your success is not a possibility, it's a non-negotiable. You don't chase wealth, you attract it with your habits, your courage, your consistency. Remember, money is a consequence of mindset. It flows to those who think like producers, not consumers, builders, not beggars, creators, not complainers. And if you can hold that vision through the storms, through the silence, through the setbacks, then you're already richer than most. Not because of what you have, but because of who you're becoming. Because of who you're becoming. And make no mistake, becoming isn't easy. It's not glamorous. Becoming means you're willing to be misunderstood. It means you're willing to work in the dark while others dance in the spotlight. Becoming means you sacrifice now so you never have to beg later. Think of a seed in the soil. No one claps when it's buried. No one celebrates its struggle beneath the surface. But deep in the dark, it breaks itself open to grow. That's you right now. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just in the dirt, becoming. The millionaire's journey starts the same way, alone, uncertain, broke, not just financially, but sometimes emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. But they keep going, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. That's the key. They don't wait for the feeling. They act from the conviction because they understand something the world doesn't. Clarity comes from motion, not meditation. Confidence comes from repetition, not reassurance. Progress comes from pressure, not permission. You don't need another motivational quote. You need to wake up and do the work, especially when it's boring, hard, or invisible, because mastery lives in repetition, and that's where most people fail. They get excited for a week. They journal their goals for a month. They talk big until life pushes back. But you train for pressure. You prepare for resistance. You know that storms don't break you, they build you. Resilience isn't a buzzword, it's your edge. It's what separates those who dream from those who deliver. You must upgrade your thoughts, upgrade your habits, upgrade your identity. You must decide truly, deeply, and without compromise that you are done living like the rest of the world. You're done blaming, done waiting, done hoping for someone else to hand you what you were born to build. Because the truth is, the moment you take full responsibility, you also take full power. And that is when the shift begins. When you stop saying, why me? And start saying, try me. When you stop looking for shortcuts and start building staircases. When you stop thinking like a victim and start moving like a visionary. That's millionaire thinking. And the best part, you don't need $1 to start. You don't need an investor, a mentor, or a perfect plan. You just need to decide right now, right here, that you will think, act, speak, move, and believe like the future version of you, even if no one else sees it yet. Especially if no one else sees it yet. Because the world only believes after you prove it. But you must believe before it's real. That's the price of greatness. Faith in the unseen. Action in the uncertain. And commitment when there is no applause. So don't wait. Don't look around for validation. Look inward. Because the millionaire version of you, they already exist. They're just waiting for you to wake them up. They're just waiting for you to wake them up. But understand this. Waking up the millionaire within you is not a light switch. It's a ritual. It's the choices you make when nobody's watching. It's the moment you silence the doubt and double down on your discipline. It's when you choose the grind over gossip, silence over noise, vision over vanity. The world will offer you 100 reasons to quit, but you only need one reason to stay in the fire. You are becoming someone that no one can stop, not even you. That's the shift. That's where the real transformation begins. When your standard becomes non-negotiable. Not when I feel like it. Not if it's convenient. But every single day, without compromise. You wake up with purpose. You execute with precision. You train your mind to obey your mission. Because without discipline, your dreams are just decoration.
The kind who does what they said they would do, long after the mood they set it in has faded. That's integrity. And integrity is the backbone of all sustainable wealth. Not just financial wealth, but spiritual wealth, mental wealth, inner wealth. Because what good is a mansion if your mind is a prison? What good is a car if your character is bankrupt? The millionaire life isn't just about stacking cash. It's about stacking value. Becoming so valuable, so focused, so irreplaceable that success becomes inevitable. You don't chase money. You build value. And money comes to value like gravity pulls objects to the earth. It's natural. It's law. Carnegie didn't chase money. He built steel. Jobs didn't chase status. He built simplicity. Elon didn't chase trends. He built possibility.